Happy Advent. Happy second week of Advent to you. I missed the first Sunday. Well, I knew it was Advent last Sunday for the first Sunday, but shared something else. Second week of Advent, I have to catch up. So in traditionally, sometimes, so there's many different Advent readings, the 4 weeks go like this. Again, Advent meaning coming, preparing, waiting, preparing for the Advent, for the coming, for the birth of Christ. First week, hope. Second week, peace. Third week, love. Fourth week, joy. And then, of course, the Christ candle on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, But I think Immanuel, as I think about it, I'll just make some reflections on Immanuel each week through Advent here. Immanuel has been my life story. I've always known it to be true. I came to learn it early and remembered it often. It was my life, actually. That I just knew that there was a God that loved me, that knew me, that cares for me, that understands, that God knows what this world is like. And through Jesus, in Jesus, I saw God truly understands. It's about the incarnation, God made flesh, God becoming flesh, God jumping into my world, knowing what it is, what it feels like, my even personal world. He cares, God understands, God is loving me, upholding me through it all, with me, and understands. And there's a hope that comes from that. That's my hope. That's the hope of my faith, Immanuel, that God is really with us, loves, cares, understands, and is with us through everything. So that's the first Sunday. Second Sunday, joy. Or no. Second Sunday, peace. There's a peace that comes from knowing that as well. And it's a peace that's always there. It's a peace that passes understanding. No matter what I'm thinking, what I'm going through, when my mind is fast and furious, when I calm down, when I become calm and curious, I realize that God has always been there. God has always been with me. And there's that peace that passes all understanding that comes from that. Jesus says, my peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you. It's always there, even though my awareness of it is often far from it. So this Advent, summarizing week 1 and week 2, I have hope because of Immanuel. I have peace because of Immanuel. Hope and peace that God gets it. That God gets me. And that God gets all that goes into being human and even being me. And then I can pour it out to God when I'm suffering, when I'm struggling, when I'm sorrowful. I can pour it out to God. God with me, God understands, and God gets it. Man, I poured out my sorrows this last week. I was caught up in finding myself weeping and crying about my loss. And I knew that God was with me in it, cared and understood. There's this beautiful song by Amy Grant. I just love it. It's better than a hallelujah. The chorus goes like this. We pour out our misery. God just hears a melody. Oh, and this. Beautiful, the mess we are. And the honest cries of broken hearts. Yeah, because we have Immanuel teaches me and us that it's real. And we have a real God who's really real. A real God for real people in a real world with real lives, experiencing real trouble, real sorrow, real difficulty, real joy as well. Life is beautiful and bittersweet. And we have a beautiful God involved intimately in our beautiful, messy, real lives. And there's so much hope and peace that comes from that. So Immanuel shows us Jesus doesn't turn away from the world. He doesn't turn away from us, but turns to face it and be with us in it. Jesus comes down. He turns towards us, makes his face shine upon us no matter what we're going through, shows compassion. He sits with us. His withness is so important that every time we say the name Jesus, Matthew 1:23 says, we are declaring the truth of what his name means. That he will save his people from his sins, yes, but that Jesus is Immanuel. Shows us this Immanuel God with us. God, thank you that you're with me in it all. I find hope and peace in that today. And my prayer, my intention is that you may also. So until next time, may we live all the days of our lives. Yes? Yes.